Alright, good evening. I'm back. I got this little soldering station. I've been wanting a new one. I got this one on loan. The way I hear it, I'm the only one in America that's got this thing. So I'm going to do a little review on it. Hope you can see it. It's a Metcal, Metcal Gt-120. It's a pretty cool little unit. It'll take a cartridge, which is this. I think these are at a set temperature on the other Metcals, I think. I'm not for sure. I'm probably not the best to do a review on this, but I got it. And I'm going to do my best. Alright. It's got a power supply, comes with it. It sent me, I think it comes with the cartridge and the other tip. Well, there's a cartridge put in. And if you want to change it while it's hot, you just pull it out. And you pretty much grab it by that end. By the end, I think it cools down real quick. But either way, you put it over this little stand it comes with. Got a bunch of different little tips. A little bit little of a chisel tip. A little bit bigger of a chisel tip. And here's the one I've been using. Right there. The way to put that one in, you change this a little collar, because this one's got one on it. Well, it comes off too, but it's, well, no, it don't come off. The cartridge, the tip comes out of there. You put this cartridge down in here, seat it off, put your tip on, you're ready to go. That's what I've been using, that one. But I'm going to use a cartridge. I think the cartridge gets a little hotter than this one does, because it don't have to transfer the heat from this element over to the soldering iron tip. So we're going to try the cartridge. Pull this out, because we're going to be doing some heavy duty soldering on some 1/8 of an inch bar stock. But this thing heats up real fast. Turn it on. I got a preset on it. It's 680 degrees. You see it up in that corner. It's already ready to take solder. It pretty much instantaneously takes that. It's got your little sponge with water in it. Then in here is your cleaner, your little Brillo pad. Like I said, I've been using this for 2 days, and it's got some pretty neat little presets on it. The only thing I don't like about it is this. It's got to be set completely on it. If it's out a little bit, it'll fall out. I wish they would put something over the top of it. But what's neat about this is when you put it up on a stand, I got this in preset at a minute. It'll go to sleep, and it'll cool down to whatever you preset it to, which I think on this one's 450, what I got it set at. So if you ain't using it, you can move the parameters of it up and down and set it over how you like it. It's got 3 presets on it. Alright, so I went to sleep. It's cooling down. Now if I move this tip, it automatically comes back to life and comes back up to that temperature, which is 680, around 680. And you can set it from Fahrenheit to Celsius. But it's going to sleep. And let it get down to 480. And it'll just even off there. So don't eat your tips up. My haiku, I think you could set it like that. But it didn't get hot like this one does like that. Alright, it's down, still went into standby. It takes you back off standby. And this one, you can put a password in it. And to set your stuff, you got to put a password in it. And it's just 111. That's what I got it set at. You can enter your temperature and set your temperatures. You got different ranges. This one's off. That's preset. This one is a preset 1, 2, and 3. I got the lowest one, which is preset 3 for 613 for a little small work. Medium size 680, and then for the bigger stuff 748, which should be about 750. That's still went into standby. And you can set them, turn them on, turn it up, and it's already preset. You can move them anywhere you want to. You set it anywhere you want to. And then you can go into your system settings. That's where you put your password in. It's got a little video on the internet of it. You set the language, the password, the brightness of the screen, the offset, so if the thing was not, if you was calibrating it, you could offset it to make, if you had a thermal probe and say it was not set to 750, you can set the offset of it, I think, at least I'm thinking, and it's offset at 14 degrees. You can go down to your energy management, which I need to change that. Go to standby timer. It's set for 30 seconds. It's going up to 90. I'll just set it for that, so let's go to 100. I set it to that so you can see it go to sleep. You set your timer 1 minute for when it goes to sleep. Let's set that back up. Set it for 20 minutes before it goes to sleep. I'll set it for 15. So don't burn your tips up and everything. That's pretty much it. And like I said, your presettings, if you want to hit it, that's 750. That's my 680. That's my 615. It'll cool down to that. And automatically when you pick your thing up, it's ready to go. Let's see if we can solder something with it. Little rinky-dink board. Like I said, this is 1/8 of an inch solid copper. Let's see if we can solder this one to this one pretty good, pretty quick. Let's move it up to. Let's move it up to 680. You really ought to go to about 7 something to do something this thick. Let's set it on up to 7. That's 750 degrees. Now it's going to take a little time because it's, like I said, but it's already started wetting it. I don't think the Haiku would have done it that quick. Still already got the bottom one pretty hot. Still already started taking it. Just wanting to move on me. There it is. I don't know how long that took, but it's pretty much done set up. That's a pretty thick boil stock, solid copper. Woo! It's good and hot. It ain't hot enough to take solder, but it's hot. It's done wicked out through the whole thing. Let's cool this thing down a little bit. Get a sponge. Let's see if this thing can take us apart. It ain't cooled down completely. Sorry for that. Let's see if this thing can take it apart. How long that takes. It is sitting at 750 degrees. And of course you're going to use a little bit of solder to make it catch hold. And a little bit of solder helps it distribute the heat around. Sometimes it's harder to take something apart than it is to put it together. But it's already started wetting it. It's already come loose. I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. Yeah, you can see how that side clean, that side clean. Let's try it again, even though it's got a little heat in it now. See that side's clean, no solder on it. which this one's got a little bit on top of it, but let's see how long it takes to put it together. And I'm just holding it on the top one. It's getting that bottom one hot too, so it's actually getting 2/8 to make a quarter. So a 1/4 inch thick piece of copper. Getting it hot. This one ain't got this hot. My hands is pretty much I've dealt with so much heat that they done got callous so bad that the heat don't really bother them a whole lot. But there they are. I think it's pretty neat. I like it. I don't think the Heiko would have done it that quick. It would have took a little while longer. But then again, this is a little bit bigger of a head. The chisel is a little bigger. And yeah. But like I said, if you want to change a cartridge out, it comes with this neat little pad. Change the cartridge out. Put a new one in. Tells you on the screen cartridge to open. I think you turn it off, turn it back on. I think you're supposed to turn this thing off before you put a new cartridge in. But anyways, there it is. I ain't quite learned it yet. Let's cut it off. Change the cartridge out. Put the other one in. Let's see. This cartridge goes in. You got your tip. Screws down. Alright, stone cold. Get my solder ready. That's set already 80 degrees. It's 200. 300, there you go, soldering already. But the deal with this thing, and I don't know how to do, is your recovery time. See, it's already recovering. See? Which has still got a little heat into it. Let's go over here to this end where it ain't been nothing, which has still got a little heat in that too. Let's go over to this new piece of copper. It ain't got no heat in it. Now you gotta think about it. This is, look at it. It's already doing it. That's an 1/8 of an inch solid copper. Pretty quick. Gotta give it to it. Hands down. Way better than the other one. Let's go to a fresh end. Hold my finger on it. This company's completely cool as hell. Look, already wetting it up. Now my little Heiko wouldn't have done that. Perfect. Which that is at 750 degrees. But I like the other features on it too, by going to sleep and stuff like that. I think the Heiko had it, but its recovery rate on this thing is just so much faster. Let's then went back to soldering again. Let's go back to the other end, which is still hot because it's copper. It's going to retain heat. There it is, wetting it up already. And this soldering station is high, costs a lot, but it's updatable. It's got the USB port in the back of it, and I think you can, I think I've seen a video on that, and the guy said you could actually plug your cell phone in the back of this and charge it if you wanted to. It's got a little port there. You take a USB thumb drive, go on the internet, and download a new program for this thing. Keep it up to date. This is HC-T6, and I think it's the newest firmware for it. And this is the Gt-120 Metcal. And I'm going to set it back down to 613. It'll start dropping down. Alright then, y'all have a good day. Be number 39 here. Later.